All right, so now let's go ahead and multiply polynomials together. So we have these two fractions, basically, is what we have. And now we're going to multiply those together by step. First one, it says multiply monomials only, and then bi and trinomials factor. I like canceling out because I want to make my math as easy as possible before I even start. So if I look at my numbers, I could cancel this out and rewrite this as 3 over 2. So I'm simplifying this before I do anything. So, excuse me, not 3 over 2, but just 3. So this is going to be a 3. And then the x squares cancel out. And then I have y left, because that y cancels out. And I'm multiplying that times, let's say this is going to be a 5 over 9. And I have my x to the third that stays. And then my y squared up top there, so y squared. Okay. So now before I multiply across again, I can cancel out a 3 here and make this a 3. So it's cross canceling. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put my stuff together. So now I have 5. And then I have x cubed, y squared, or y to the third, over a 3, which I had left. And that will be my final answer. Okay. So multiplying again, I want to do as much canceling as I can before I do anything here. Okay. So I'm looking at this and I can cross cancel. So I look at my numbers first. I can cross cancel. So 5 goes into this 3 times. Goes into that 1, so that goes away. Goes into 4, goes into 12. So 4 goes to itself 1 time. 4 goes into 12 3 times. So now if I just look at what I have, my numbers are gone. I have 9 in the denominator. And now I can start messing with my variables here. Okay, so now variables I just multiply across and then cancel. So I can see them all. So this is a to the 7th. I'm sorry, 5th. And made it a 5th. And I have b to the 8th. And now I have a to the 5th. And I have b to the 10th. So now I can simplify my a's to the 5th, go away, they cancel out, and end up with b squared in the denominator. So I have 1 over 9b squared. Because I subtract, I end up with a negative 2. Ooh, so that's the final answer. All right. So let's scroll down. Now to get a little bit more complicated, when we start looking at factoring out. So first one up here, I need to factor out a 4x, don't I? So let's go ahead and write that 4x out here. That leaves me with an x minus 1. And look at this one. So this is going to be an x plus 3, x minus 2, factored. Okay, denominator over here on the left. Let's go ahead and factor out a 2 out of that. Okay, and that leaves me with x squared plus 2x minus 6. So, what I said was there's a 2 in the middle and a 3 on the end. So this is going to be x plus 3 minus 2. It gives me my negative 6 with my so in the denominator I'm factoring out a 2. That will leave me x squared plus 2x minus 3. So I'm going to have an x plus 3, x minus 1. I can see that these cancel out. Just take care of that right now. I have an x plus 3. We can cross cancel. Like that. Okay. So I need to still factor out my denominator over here. So this is going to be 2x. And what am I left with? X plus 4. Okay, so looking at this, I have a 2 down here. It cancels out, makes a 2 up here, which cancels with this 2. So all the numbers are going. What am I left with in the denominator is an x. Actually, the x cancels out here, doesn't it? So that x and that x go away. So I'm not left with anything. In the denominator, I'm left with x minus 2. In the numerator. Let's move that up. So x minus 2 divided by x plus 4. All right, let's take a look at number 12 here. So number 12, should I erase that? Okay, there we go. So I need to factor out a 5v. That leaves me with 2 minus v. Okay, let's go ahead and do this denominator. So that's going to be -2. So v minus 2 over v minus 9. Okay, times 15v stays down here. And up here I have v minus 9, v plus 1. Okay, so if I look at this, my v minus 9 cancels my v minus 9 there. So they could definitely go away. I have a v here, it's going to cancel out the v there. So this v5 goes away. This one becomes a 3. Right, because 5 goes into 15 3 times. And that looks like everything. Okay, but remember right here, remember I can reverse this by taking out and factoring out a negative. So if I factor out a negative, I end up with negative v minus 2. And I have a v minus 2 there, and this times a 3, because I'm just going to multiply across. I have a v plus 1, and I have a 3 here. Alright, v minus 2 goes away, and that leaves me with a negative v plus 1 over 3.